Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be discussing the reasons why it's so hard to land a job in the age of automation. So why is it so arduous to attain a job in the age of automation? Without further ado, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. First and foremost, companies hire internally. This means that they hire in-house. They're disinclined, they're reticent, they're deterred from hiring external candidates. They do not know how the dynamic will turn out between you and their existing employees. Furthermore, it's easier to promote an employee in-house. It's easier to further cultivate a relationship with an employee in-house. They already have established bonds and relationships with their employees in-house. If you're inducted into the corporation, they do not know how the relationship will turn out. They do not know what will transpire. The future is enigmatic and obscured behind a veil of time. They want to minimize their risks, and they do not want to induct new employees into the corporation when it can be avoided and preempted and precluded and circumvented. It's as simple as that. Second, many jobs are never publicly posted. They're not disseminated to the public. You may be able to access them via a third party, such as through a recruiter, but most of the time you're barred from accessing them unless you're part of the corporation. If you're not a part of the corporation, then they're essentially hidden from you, and they're deemed to be covert job postings from your perspective. Since you cannot access them, they're rendered inaccessible, unfortunately. Third, positions are highly competitive. You're competing against potentially over 8 billion people. You're competing against people with 3 to 5 years of work experience working that particular job they're applying for. So how do you distinguish yourself among other job candidates who have decades of work experience, who have over 5 years of work experience working the position that you're applying for? I guess you cannot, unfortunately. There may only be one vacancy, and you may be applying against thousands of candidates, unfortunately, who are far more qualified and experienced than you are. It is what it is. In the age of automation, you just have to concede to the fact that you're disqualified for most of these jobs because other people's credentials supersede and trump yours in every facet. Fourth, unfortunately, much to your dismay, much to your consternation, employers view employees as labor cost liabilities. They view employees as an expense to be minimized. Employers are keen on maximizing the profitability of their corporation. They want to maximize the wealth of their shareholders. They're not concerned about your welfare nor well-being. That's why most of these jobs are harrowing, agonizing, and offer minimum wage. They do not pay a subsistence wage. It is what it is, unfortunately. Employers are always keen on displacing their employees with robots, automated processes, and of course artificial intelligence. Fifth, employers are adamant about contracting their workforce. They want to minimize their workforce. They can operate more efficiently if they have a reduced workforce from their stakeholders' perspective. How is this possible, you may ask? Well, employees are an expense, and much to the employer's dismay, it impinges on their profitability when they take on more employees to perform roles that can otherwise be outsourced to machines, robots, automated processes, algorithms, and artificial intelligence. So, are they able to maintain greater profitability and become more lucrative by downsizing their workforce, and they'll be all the more inclined to do so. It's not within their best interest to maximize employee welfare. Unfortunately, it's within their best interest to operate as efficiently as possible, and that means operating with as few employees as possible to maintain profitability. If they could stay afloat and remain lucrative with fewer employees, then by all means they'll make an earnest, valiant attempt to do so, even if it comes at the cost of employees losing their jobs. It is a grim, bleak, dire circumstance for employees, but it is what it is. In the age of automation, human employees, human laborers have been rendered obsolete and have become horses in the age of automation, metaphorically speaking. I'm sorry if you deem this topic to be dreary, drab, and depressing, but it is what it is. I hope that you found this video to be insightful and informative. Have a blissful, blessed day. Goodbye, sayonara, so long, and farewell.